Sean, what is going on, brother? Nick O'Neill here with Leo Digital SEO. First, want to say thank you for your patience. I had a much bigger response in our epoxy group than expected. So I had about 50 plus. Actually, it's about 65 videos that I've had to do, a couple hours of research and, then making the video and then sending them out. So it has taken a couple weeks, but that's okay because I've had some downtime. So nonetheless, man, I've got this video here for, Stonecraft epoxy resurfacing, and it's going to give you three points basically. So the first one's going to be content, second one backlinks, and third citations. Then I'm going to show you the opportunity to take any steps for your business. I'm going to break it down and show you just how lucrative and profitable it can be on top of what you're doing. And then at the very end of the video, I'm going to give you, my in-depth thoughts on how you can proceed forward, to gaining more leads and more traffic online and just more jobs overall, man. Really what I found with your website, I mean, beautiful website first and foremost, absolutely digging it. You got the car is what it seems like. You just need to put the rest of the gas in there to get it going. So stay with me. We got a good video here, going to give a bunch of value for you and pretty much a roadmap to going forward. So first thing is first is content. And generally, Google likes to see on the home page 1,500 to 2,000 words. Now, that's depending on competition and the number of keywords needed. So, if you're asking what a keyword is, Sean, a keyword is anything someone might type into Google when they're looking for a particular service or product. So, in your content, you can place these keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website found for. For an example, a keyword could be Pebblestone epoxy flooring, St. Peter's, or epoxy coating St. Peter's, service plus city equals keywords. No worries about that. So anyways, let's go ahead and I've got your website here in a word counter, and that's seeing that you're at 384 words. You're going to want to get that up to 1,500 words at least on the home page for two reasons. Reasons number one being Google does not consider your website an authoritative figure until you hit that 1,500 mark. What this means is they're not going to crawl your page as much, and they're not going to recognize you for, the services that you provide and put you in front of those, potential clients or jobs or customers that you're looking for when they do search for your services on Google. Reason number two is you want enough words on there so that you can get those keywords in there, because each keyword could be the difference between, 10 to 15 jobs. So I got Epoxy St. Louis. We're going to use them as one of your top competitors. Y'all are just so dang close to the area, St. Louis and St. Peter's. And let's just see where they are standing at on their homepage. So they're at 582. Not a big deal at all. You want to get to that 1,500 mark, like I said, for those reasons, not be even with them, right? So just to give you some more examples of those keywords, this is a tool, Eris, that I use and pay for monthly. There are free tools out there that you can use, but this gives me, all the data that I need in one go. So just look at the keywords that Epoxy St. Louis is being picked up for. And of course, their number one keyword is, of course, epoxy flooring St. Louis. And so these are the keywords, right? These would be the volume. So 150 people searching for that monthly. And then this is going to be KD. It's just basically on a scale of 0 to 100, how easy or how hard it is to rank for that and how quick or how long it might take to rank for that word. And then they're getting 46 people to their website a month just for this keyword alone, because they're ranked in a top position for it right here. So enough on the keywords and content. Let's go ahead to point two, and that's going to be backlinks. Now, a backlink, Sean, is anywhere you find one website linking to another, or in this case, it's going to be one website linking back to Stonecraft's website right here. And so these links, they act like an endorsement of your website from others. And, Google basically uses this to build trust in your website and your business by seeing other websites, quote unquote, vouching for yours or pointing back to it, right? The best example that I can give of this is it's literally like a popularity contest in Google's eyes, where the person with the most websites pointing back to theirs is winning that, quote unquote, popularity contest. And so they're going to rank a lot faster in this area, which we call the organic area. When someone puts in, epoxy flooring St. Peter's, or if someone puts in epoxy flooring St. Louis, right? So if we go to my tool Eris here, I've got your website in here, and we can see that you have 63 backlinks and that you have 49 other websites pointing back to your page. If we take a look at Epoxy St. Louis's, we can see that they only have 5 backlinks and 2 other websites pointing back to their page. I'm going to speak a little bit more on that here in a little bit, as to why they're outranking, at least in the St. Louis area, right? So, but the idea is, hey, if we want to take over St. Louis and outperform them, get all that traffic that they're getting to their page, if it works for them, it 100% works for you. So we can go in and see what 2 websites do they have linking back to their page. Ho and below, here they are. Excuse me. I do want to point out that not all links are created equal, so it is worth noting to stay relevant to your industry, and local websites will work best. So, to further that point, Sean, let's take a look at this number right here, and that's going to be a domain rating. Now, this number, this is on a scale of 0 to 100 as well, and basically the higher this number is right here, the more power that Google is putting on this website right here, which is pointing back to their page. So you want those high-powered, websites pointing back to your page, because you'll rank a lot faster in this area right here, and your website just gets more power. Now, let's go on to that third point, and then I'm going to give you, some in-depth suggestions on my part and show you why this is going to be lucrative. So on to the third point, that's going to be, a citation. We take a look at this map pack section right here. And now a citation is anywhere your business name, address, and phone number is, exactly as it's shown on this Google business profile right here. And so they help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since they generate huge amounts of revenue. For an example, if someone put in any of your services, but for an example, epoxy flooring, St. Peter's, then you would want to be in that top 3 section right there, right? Nobody's going to click more businesses when they're looking on their phone or looking to get a bid for a job or go to page 2 or 3, right? It's no different than if you needed a service provided, you're generally going to go with them top 3 businesses, as Google's saying, hey, these are the most accredited ones. And so you want to get, in the top 3 right here. And those citations are the way to do it. So back to the citations, they're included in directories like, Yelp, Angie's, Expertise, BBB, and there's hundreds of others I'm sure you may have heard of. Social media accounts are great as well. For an example, on your Facebook business page, right, you'd want to put your business name, address, and phone number exactly as it's shown right here on that Facebook business page, and Google would see that and count that as 1 citation. And so then you have, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and the list goes on and on and on, right? And the idea is that your brand and website begin to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you and your website. And once they start to see you more often, these cats right here, of course, they're going to start ranking you above them, right? So I did look at your Google business profile, and I think you're on, you're ranked like in the 25th position. So on the second page of Google for your Google business profile right here. Yeah, man, get those citations up. And I know you've done more than, 12 jobs, as you only got 12 reviews. So definitely send out those review links to previous customers. They've had great, interactions and jobs from you. So go ahead and get that taken care of. Now, let's just do a quick recap, and then I'm going to give you my suggestions going forward as well. So once you get that content up of 1,500 to 2,000 words, you're getting those keywords in there that I showed you, right, and gave you examples of. And then second, you're getting those backlinks up. You're starting to get, that quote unquote popularity contest going, and you start taking over the St. Louis area as well as the St. Peter's area. And then last but not least, for sure, this is the quickest way to get more jobs and more calls. Get those citations and those reviews up, brother. Well, let's take a look at why that's going to be so lucrative for you. If we take a look at Epoxy St. Louis, and let me tell you, not talking bad about them or anything, but they are practically doing nothing on those 3 points that we talked about. But nonetheless, they've still got, 75 people coming into their website per month on from doing those 3 points very badly, I should say. And so, let's imagine on top of what you're doing right now, you get 75 extra people coming to your website a month, which I think you can triple that by doing these 3 points well. But let's just say 75 are visiting your website, and then of the 75, only 20 decide to pick up the phone and say, hey, Sean, can you do a bid on this job out here? And let's say of the 20, you and your team only close half of that. So that would be, 10 new jobs per month just off of doing those 3 points alone. And I'm going to show you why that this number is skewed, because they are not doing much of anything, and just how just how much better off you are right now with your website. So let's take a look at yours, right? You're saying you're getting 424 people to your website per month, and that's a dang good job, by the way, for not doing too much on those 3 points alone either, and for not having your Google business profile up. But if we go ahead and take a look at your keywords, right? We can take a look specifically at the keywords that Google's finding for you. We see that you're ranked for a lot of keywords, but let's say we put in, let's just say we put in St. Louis, right? And see how you're doing for the rankings of those. St. Louis resurfacing, you're ranked in the ninth position. There's 80 people searching for that a month. You get to that top three position, instead of only getting 2 people to your website, you're now looking at about 20 or 30 people to your website. And then as well, for all of these St. Louis ones, you should be ranked, well, you shouldn't be because, you haven't really done the SEO side of it or those 3 points. But when you do start killing those 3 points, you start getting ranked for, all of these keywords on the front page of Google. Just imagine the amount of, traffic and jobs you end up getting called for because you start ranking in the top of Google when someone puts in, concrete repair St. Louis, concrete repair St. Louis, Michigan, driveway repair. The list goes on and on and on. Even if someone puts in epoxy floor in St. Peters, Missouri, you should be ranked in this top section right here, right? For any service that you have, which is a lot of them because Google is picking you up for a lot, you could be ranking a lot better. That's why I said you have the car. You just need to put that gasoline in, right? So much volume. So currently, all of your traffic is coming from generalized words. You're getting 424 people to your website a month off of, broad words. Like if someone was in the area and just put in epoxy resurfacing, but you're not really ranking for if someone put in epoxy resurfacing St. Peters or epoxy resurfacing St. Louis. You know what I mean? So nonetheless, yeah, man, you got a good thing going right now. You just need to put the gasoline in it, like I was saying. So much potential going on right now. Get that Google Business Profile up and ranking a lot better. Those reviews, those citations. Start killing those 3 points, and yeah, that's pretty much it, Sean. That's what I do for a living. You've got that amount of people coming to your website, and you could be in the thousands. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, to make a long video less longer, that's what I do for a living. And, I had some time off, me and my wife did. So we are making videos for, our epoxy community and giving back out to them. So, I'm making this video to start helping you generate more leads, more revenues and jobs online. If you did find yourself wanting more and you want to start scaling the business up, feel free to reach out and I can help with some more information. Or we could talk goals of the business, and I do some more in-depth research to find out, what could be realistic for the business and what it might take to reach those goals. Either way, I would just ask for one line of feedback on this video, as I do love giving back to the epoxy community and making these videos for, business owners. So maybe something was confusing, maybe something was just great, or maybe you understood it all and it was awesome. So, just let me know one way or another, brother. And have a great evening or great morning, whichever time you're watching this. Again, my name is Nick O'Neill. Reach out. My door is always open. And thank you for your time. Hope this helps.